Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode on the channel brought to you by yours truly, Scott Tyler. And today, guys, we have a review of the 2022 Honda Civic Sport model. This is the car I recently picked up. I'm going to be having B-roll while I speak over the A-roll. Just so you can get a better idea of what the car actually looks like and the functionality associated with that. So I'm going to be talking about a bunch of specs listed in this car. By no means am I a car expert, but after this, I am going to be showing you the interior of the car and the technology associated with that. And then after that, I'll be doing a quick sort of like road test to just show you what it actually like feels like and what it looks like to actually be sitting behind the steering wheel of this car. And ultimately how it drives, because that's basically what you're here for, and that's the most important thing when it comes to actually purchasing a car. So I purchased this car around over a month ago, so I've been driving it for around that same time frame. I've driven this car highway, side roads, parked in several different parking lots with it, backed up with it, obviously, used the rear view camera. So I've gone to test out most of the features in this car so far. Not all of them, as I don't even have anything in my trunk yet. But yeah, let's go over some of the most important specs about the 2022 Honda Civic Sport model. My model is all black, and so the Sport model is one level up from the normal LX model. So the 2022 Honda Civic is like a complete redesign. They had 10 generations of the previous design where they made small increments every year. This one, on the other hand, is a major redesign where they completely changed the interior as well as the exterior. Backlights are the most prominent change because they kind of changed it from the C or greater than less than sign to more of like a flat design, Honda Accord sort of style. If I were to sum up this car in like one phrase, it would be a mini Honda Accord, both the way it drives and also the way it looks. Also, the taillights sort of remind me of sort of an Audi look, and I feel like they copied not only the rear of an Audi A4, I think, also the interior with the honeycomb design. Very spacious, and it also looks like an Audi. So the 2022 Civic Sport comes in at $23,100. Obviously, you're not going to be paying that. You're not going to normally be paying MSRP. Supply for the car is pretty limited right now, so it might be hard to get some discounts associated with whatever dealership you go to, and that's $400 greater than last year's model when that came out, the 2021 Honda Civic. This year's Sport comes with 4 18-inch alloy wheels, which in my opinion are one of the best features about this car. It comes with black rims as well and adds to the overall like sport aesthetic or sport look of the car. It also comes with gray stripes on the interior of the seats. These are only the front 2 seats, and once again this adds to the sport aesthetic. And in addition to that, there are metal brake pedals and gas pedals with like rubber in between just for grip. And once again, this is to kind of like sort of resemble a sports car in a way. And with the 2022 Civic Sport, there are minor upgrades in terms of suspension and also fuel efficiency compared to just the basic LX model. The 2022 Civic Sport is equipped with a 4-cylinder, 2-liter naturally aspirated engine, which is really good for the environment and has really great fuel economy. Some of the safety features that come along with the 2022 Civic Sport, most of these are included in the LX model as well, but one of the biggest ones is the collision mitigation braking system. Basically warn you or stop you if you're about to collide with another car in front of you, so don't tailgate. But if you do, this is a great feature to have because I believe it's like 90% of accidents are caused by tailgating these days. Also has RDM or road departure mitigation system. This is one of my favorite features to use on the highway. So it basically won't let you, leave from your current lane, which is good. It also has adaptive cruise control with low speed follow. The great thing about this is the adaptive cruise control kind of adjusts to the speed of the car in front of you and will maintain that speed depending on like what speed the car in front of you is going. So that's really useful as well. You're not going to have to like adjust it manually because most adaptive or cruise controls kind of just stay at one level and doesn't change. And obviously if the car in front of you is going at a different speed, you want to adapt to that. Lane keep assist, as I mentioned, this is one of my favorite features on the highway for driving. It will literally turn the steering wheel for you if it senses you are getting too close to the white line on the road. So great for highway driving, and I believe it only really works if you're going like 40 miles and up. 40 miles per hour or up. Forward collision warning, one of my favorite features. This is very similar to the collision mitigation braking system. Basically, it'll flash up on the dashboard to let you know that you're about to hit someone. So you better hit the brake, or else the car's going to do it for you. Traffic jam assist, not too familiar with this, but it's also another safety feature. Traffic sign recognition system. So there's literally a camera that can recognize the signs on the road. One of these would be like just how fast or the speed limit on the road. It will take a picture of that, flash it up on your dashboard, and compare. It's easy to compare your speed compared to that speed, and it'll flash on screen if it sees that you're going faster than the speed limit on the road. Also includes a backup camera with 3 different angles. One is main wide shot, ultra wide, and then a top-down bird's view of the ground, just so if you're like really, really close to something you don't want to hit, like say you're backing up and you just want to make sure there's space in between you and another car, you can use that as well. For audio connectivity, so getting more into the technology side of things, there is a 7-inch display. I believe it's pretty high resolution compared to the 2021. It comes with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. There's also several hands-free controls located on the steering wheel. You can activate Siri or Google Assistant. I use Google Assistant sometimes for calling people or sending text messages. Google Assistant is very smart, and honestly, I think it's better than Siri, and I think most people can agree upon that. So that feature is awesome. So the Sport model comes with a 180-watt audio system with 8 speakers. They're not Bose speakers. I think you need the EX, or not the EX, I think the Touring model to actually get the Bose speakers, but honestly the audio quality of these is fantastic, and it's good surround sound. It's outstanding audio quality. So some of my favorite, at least, smart features in the 2022 Civic are the keyless entry. So what you can do is basically you no longer have to like unlock your car by pressing the unlock button on the remote. You can, but you don't have to do that anymore with this. I know this technology was available on previous Civics, but it's here, and it's one of my favorite features. Basically, put your hand inside the door handle. You'll hear a beep, means the car unlocks. It senses the remote in your hand, or the key fob, whatever you want to call it, and basically unlock the driver's side door. You do have to click the unlock button to unlock the other doors on the inside of the door. Inside of the driver's door, if you want to unlock the other doors in the vehicle. So it'll only unlock the driver door. It also has other features, like if you were to walk away and forget to lock your car, it can lock it automatically. And it also has remote start. So basically, if it's freezing outside, snowy, winter, something like that, you can start the car while you're actually inside. You don't have to walk out and start it. I don't really see a big use for that, but it is there if you guys are interested in that. Another really cool feature that I like is the auto headlights. Basically, you switch the headlights to auto. They will have the daytime running lights on, usually during the daytime, and then when it comes to night, it'll up the brightness, turn your normal headlights, and then if it's really dark, it'll turn on the high beams, and if it senses another car coming the opposite direction, you don't want to blind them, so the car will automatically turn off the high beams and then turn them back on when those lights turn off, as in the other car goes past you and no longer sees them. It's like very minor, but like the push to start button's kind of cool. You don't have to put a key in your car and twist anymore. I just take my keys and just plop them in the cup holder and then just hit the brake, tap the start button, and I'm good to go. Fuel economy is excellent on this car. Usually gets 30 city, 37 highway, and 33 combined. Slightly better fuel economy than the LX model for the Sport. Tank holds roughly 12.4 gallons, so filling up shouldn't be too expensive, as you're not having to fill up a tank that's like 18 gallons. And with that 12.4 gallons comes absolutely great fuel economy. Although this is a CVT engine, it does come with manual paddle shifters that I've used a little. I'm not an expert on manual or manual cars in general, or downshifting or upshifting, but used them a little, and they do seem to be pretty accurate and also fun to use. Very seamless too. Even a novice like me can actually learn to use them. So those are the major specs. I'll show you trunk space as well as just the interior coming up. It also has folded seats with a 60-40 split, or foldable seats in the back, so you can fit larger items in your trunk, which is which is awesome. But yeah, I'll do a drive test as well, where I'll really highlight like the smoothness of the driving, how it is to steer, visibility, driving modes, everything like that. So without further ado, let's hop into that. We also have pretty decent trunk space in here for the most part. It's actually surprising how big the trunk is on a compact sedan. But yeah, you can lift this little thing right here, and it'll show you your spare tire and kit right here, which is nice. Car actually comes with a spare tire, and we have a 60-40 split in the back seats for folding it down, and if you have anything big, it can go into the back seat area. But yeah, overall, like the trunk, and then here's the little switch if you actually want to pop the seats down in the back. And yeah, good trunk space overall. I kind of dig it. You can fit a lot in here. Sadly, I don't have anything in here at the moment, but yeah, it kind of checks out. Okay everyone, so we're inside the vehicle right now. This is the 2022 Honda Civic. I'm going to be just going over the main interior of the car. Obviously, since this is a newer car to me, I don't know every single button and layout of this car, but I will do my best and try to explain everything to you. I can show you the buttons right now, and then I'll power on the device, or sorry, not device, the car, and then I can show you some of the technology associated with the 7-inch touchscreen, as well as the infotainment system / dashboard and the main functionality there. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into it, and I can just show you around the cabin. I'm obviously filming this on my DSLR, so little tight in here, but yeah, let's make this work. Okay, so I guess starting out, we should just show you the steering wheel. This is for playing or moving tracks if you were to have music playing forward and backward, volume control, and also you want to adjust the source of your media. Home button right here. This is for the dashboard if you wanted to change that. We also have a scrolling wheel if you want to move up and down on your dashboard, whatever setting you have open. And we have a Google Assistant / Siri button if you want to activate that. We have the Honda button, or the Honda logo right here with the airbag and the horn. Over here we have some cool technology. We have the adaptive cruise control button right here, a cancel button. We have so this goes along with the adaptive cruise control. You basically adjust the distance you want for the car. It's 4 different settings. So it's basically like the number of car lengths you want behind the car in front of you to kind of just like adjust to their speed if you're on like a highway or something. And then we have the lane keep assist. This is basically if you are going, I think it's 45 miles or up, 45 miles an hour or up, the car will basically keep you within the lines. This switch right here, I'm not too familiar with. Haven't really used that too much, but yeah. Okay, so moving on, we have more safety features down here if my camera can focus. This is just to adjust the brightness of the lights on the dash. And also, as you can see, this is a honeycomb system. It's throughout the entire cabin, and it mainly kind of looks and resembles an Audi. I think that's what they're going with. We have a scroll right here just to adjust the speed of the fan, and this is the direction you want the air blowing. Down here we have more safety measures. Not too sure what this one does. I think that's just some like spatial awareness for your Honda like sensing. And then we have like the swerving support right there. I don't know the exact term for it, but yeah, it helps you basically navigate if the road is slippery. On the side right here, we have a bunch of buttons. This is the left and right to adjust the mirrors. You can adjust it with this pad right here, lock, unlock. It's basically to lock the windows. And then we have the up and down for the windows. We have auto, and we also have for the back seats just manual. So if you were to just click that once, the window will go all the way down, or if you want to like make it go all the way up, it'll do that. It only works for the front too. Here we have the door handle, pretty self-explanatory. Moving along right here, we have the hazard lights if you ever need to turn those on. More honeycomb around here if you want to adjust the fans or anything like that. A bunch of knobs are here. The car is powered off, so sadly I can't show those to you, but I can turn it on for you guys.
USB and a 12 volt 180 watt max charger. I do use that to use Android Auto, which is super useful. But here's the infotainment system. We have the volume control with a knob right there, and then a list/select button. We have menu, back, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, media, radio, phone, and then track forward and backwards. And I still have the plastic still on that, so I need to take that off. More knobs down here. These are mainly for adjusting the air and the temperature in the car. You can have you can adjust it here where you want the air blowing directly. So if you want it in the rear, the front, or circulating throughout the vehicle, you can do that. Also here we have the passenger airbag. That'll basically let you know if someone's sitting there. It will eject that airbag as well. If it doesn't sense anyone sitting there, obviously if you get in a car accident, it's not gonna have the airbag go off. Cup holders right here along with the gear shifter. We have park, reverse, neutral, drive, standard. Adjusting the drive mode right here, you have eco or econ, normal, and then sport. This A with the little like arrow, circular arrow around it that says off, that's basically if you're on econ mode and you want to save gas. If your car comes to a complete stop, then the engine will turn off while you're at the complete start, and when you hit the gas, the engine will turn back on. We have the brake hold right here, and then the electronic parking brake. The brake hold is basically like if you want to take your foot off the gas or take your foot off the brake when you're at a complete stop, just to rest it, you can just click that and the car will still stay in brake mode. We have the pedals down there, both metal, super awesome. And then I forgot to mention, we do also have the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel right here and here, along with the lights. I have mine in auto just because I don't like to fiddle with this too much. Just leave it in auto. The lights will come on, daytime running lights, and then if it gets dark, it'll boost them up. And also has like auto high beams. Really interesting. And then we also have the windshield wipers. So that's basically it for the cabin. A couple more buttons over there, but it's pretty standard. As I said, looks like an Audi. And yeah, I can just show you the dashboard real quick when the car is actually powered on. Okay, so here's the car powered on. I currently have the AC blasting because it's so hot in here right now. This car is phenomenal AC, and this is the control to actually control that. This is the knob. Well, this is for temperature. This is the knob for the fan speed and on and off. And then you can just select the different mode you want for like the air direction. And yeah, here is the infotainment system, 7-inch touchscreen, high resolution, displays the time right there. So I have it on Connect. That's basically if you have your phone hooked up in a wired mode. We have media right here. That's for Bluetooth. It's searching for my S21, which is not in range. We have the radio if you want to listen to the radio. I don't. And then we also have phone if you want to call someone. And then forward and back. Here on the dashboard is just basically your miles per hour on the right hand side with the actual digital number in the middle. I find that super helpful. Right here, if I just zoom in, that is the adaptive cruise control. It shows econ, the temperature outside, how many miles I have on the car, and then that other button right there, which is that one. Still not too sure. I have to read the manual what that actually does, but it is a Honda sensing feature, I believe. Shows you that I'm in park and then shows me how much gas I have in the tank. On the right hand side, shows how many miles I can go, my average fuel economy, how many miles I have on the car, and then the time once again. So you can adjust this basically, whatever setting you want on here. You just click home, and then you can just scroll through if my camera will focus on that. And you can scroll through here if you want speed and time, driver attention, seat belts, maintenance, safety and support. I like to keep mine just on range and fuel just because I find that's the most useful. And yeah, that's basically it for the main front compartment of this car. There's not too much going on. I guess if I could show you one thing, it's just the storage right here. I have an umbrella in here, but yeah, overall good storage. You have a little like cup tray thing that you can pick up and like replace. I can't place it there just because I don't have enough space with the umbrella, but it goes pretty deep. And then you can put that there and then shut this. Yeah, that's basically it for the main interior of the Honda Civic 2022. Obviously, I am a novice at cars, so I can't explain everything too much in depth. But yeah, I think it's a good overall look to the interior, and I guess I can now show you just what it's like in the back seat. So I'm now in the back seat, and I am roughly 5'8.5", 5'9", and I literally have an absolute ton of leg room. My knees are not cramped at all. It's pretty surprising for a compact sedan in this class. I don't know how the Honda Civic gives you this much leg room, but it is pretty phenomenal. So as I said earlier, this has an 8-speaker system, and there's a speaker here. So there's a speaker over there. Good audio quality overall surrounding the vehicle. Sadly, there is no like USB ports or vent right there, and there's no pockets right here to store anything. And there is no middle console right here. I don't know why Honda didn't put that in for this vehicle, and it's annoying. And one other thing I should mention, this car does not come with the blind spot detection. It has auto braking and stuff like that, but it doesn't actually have the blind spot monitoring system where it'll actually let you know a car is in your blind spot. We have another door handle here with the lock unlock feature, and then the window right here. Seat belts are really solid, seats are super comfy, and yeah, I think it's a pretty good back seat. Sadly, it's very basic, but honestly, I don't think it matters too much. This is what it looks like in terms of my leg room right here. I have plenty at the moment, so no issues here. Great back seat. Very simple, very straightforward. And yeah, we do also have cup holders right there. If you want to put something in there, you can do so. Decent storage back here, and yeah. Okay, people, we're gonna go for a quick ride in the 2022 Honda Civic. This is gonna be a very brief ride, but yeah, this is just to get an idea about like the overall driving experience in the car. This is going to be, I'm not going to do any like highway driving or anything, but yeah, this is just going to be like on neighborhoods, side roads, and stuff like that. So go on a bit of an adventure and have some fun. And this is just to give you like a brief idea about the overall like ride experience of the 2022 Honda Civic Sport model. As I said, suspension is improved, fuel economies have improved, and I'm also driving just on the Econ mode, so I'm not actually using it in normal or sport. If you were to switch over to those, the RPMs, or you can really feel the car rev a little more when you're in those modes. You won't have to put as much pressure on the gas pedal to actually like increase your speed or accelerate. You can really feel that in the sports mode especially. But yeah, this is just like driving. This is pretty standard, nothing too crazy. I'm only going like 19-20 miles an hour. It's a lot different when you're actually driving highway and stuff like that. But I have to say that driving around in this car is just, I mean, it's a blast. I don't think there's a better way to put it. It's just so fun. It's just so smooth. One of the most underrated things about this car is the steering wheel. The leather wrapped steering wheel of the Sport model. I believe the LX model doesn't actually have a leather wrapped steering wheel, but yeah, this one's fun. I'm not gonna lie, that's the best way I can put it. It's just this car is so fun to drive. It turns on a dime. Turning radius is great. If you ever feel like you're in a sticky situation, need to quickly get out of the way of an object in the road, you can do that. It's super easy. Also, let me know how this audio sounds. This is director's view of my phone's camera. This is all my phone, not a GoPro or my DSLR. This is all on my phone. This is the power of YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. This is the power of YouTube. I can sit here and I can film on my phone and just make it super easy. So yeah, we're coming to an end on this quick review of the drive test. I did an overview of the specs on the car. I did just a tour of the outside and the inside from B-roll and stuff like that. And yeah, I hope this was a good overall review of the 2022 Honda Civic Sport model in all black. As I mentioned, it has 18-inch alloy wheels, which are absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is really fun to make. I'm probably not going to be making more car reviews on the channel just because this isn't a car-focused channel, but I thought, hey, this is a super cool once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to actually go and, you know, like, review a car. I mean, like, that's not, I don't buy a car very often. This is the only car I've actually ever bought, so also I don't have the cash on hand to just keep buying cars as a tech channel. It's one thing to buy smartphones when they release a smartphone channel. I'm not a dedicated smartphone channel, but yeah, it's another thing to go out and purchase cars whenever they come out. But yeah, Director's View really comes in handy. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment below what you thought of it. If you enjoyed this video, as always, share it with your best friend or family member. Do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next episode on Scott Tyler's channel, Road to 1,000 subscribers. Guys, appreciate all your support, and yeah, peace out.